Using rulers and templates with your HQ18 Avante or your HQ24 Fusion gives you options for consistently quilting clamshells, swags, arcs, circles, and straight lines. Use templates as a starting point to provide the structure to additional quilting you want to do. Create circles, chevrons, piano keys. Use the arcs as a starting point for these holly leaves. Use only rulers that are made 1/4 inch thick. Do not use rotary cutting rulers. Handi Quilter manufactures a variety of rulers. We have straight line rulers, curved rulers, and circle rulers. You'll need a ruler base which provides stability while using rulers. The ruler base on the left is for the HQ Avante. The ruler base on the right is for the HQ24 Fusion. They come to you with a protective covering which you will need to remove before using. Notice the ruler base has the protective covering removed. To attach the ruler base, you will see that there are 2 holes on each side of the ruler base. They correspond to the notches on the machine. Tip the base and fit the left side holes over the left notches. Flex the base to then seat the right side of the base over the notches on the right side of the machine. The ruler base can interfere with the clamps at the edge of the quilt. Pin twill tape to the quilt and attach clamps to the twill tape so that the clamp won't interfere with the ruler base. Now tighten up the bungee cord. Notice how it doesn't interfere with the clamp. Apply 3-way pressure when using rulers. Press down on the ruler onto the ruler base. Push the ruler toward the hopping foot. Press the machine hopping foot toward the ruler. Have the needle stop in the down position. As you stitch, walk your hand along the ruler or stop after a few inches and reposition your hand and the ruler and begin stitching again. Your hand should be close to where you are stitching. Use the VersaTool to stitch around an applique design. Nest the hopping foot into the notches of the VersaTool to guide it around the applique. Another option is to use a straight edge ruler for the same technique. Several templates help you create arcs, such as the VersaTool or the clamshell. Use the lines on the templates to keep the arcs evenly lined up on the fabric. Position the VersaTool bring up your bobbin thread and do some tacking stitches. Reposition the VersaTool and use three-way pressure to stitch the arc. Press down on the template, press the hopping foot against the ruler and the ruler towards the hopping foot. Reposition and stitch again. Use one of the clamshell templates to create a series of arcs without having to reposition after each arc. Use the line on the template for alignment. Stitch around the arc with the 3-point pressure. Reposition your hand to the next arc. Using the 3-point pressure, stitch out the arc. Swag templates are available in sets of 4 with 4-inch and 6-inch widths. They have bonus cutout shapes within the swags for more shape options: heart, diamond, circle. Use the line on the template to line up the swag to the fabric. Position the template. Bring up the bobbin thread and do some tacking stitches. Reposition the swag template and use the 3-way pressure to stitch the swag. Stitch as far as you can and then reposition your hand. Being careful to line up that marking line on the fabric. Choose other swag templates in the set to add additional swags. Once you've stitched the swags, you may want to embellish with additional quilted details such as loops, swirls, leaves, and feathers. Now choose your larger swag again and stitch around, completing the swag around to the stitching line. Notice the unevenness of the swag. If you're not pressing the hopping foot against the ruler, you will have wobble stitches as it goes around those arcs. Once you've stitched the swags, you may want to embellish with additional quilted designs such as loops, swirls, leaves, and feathers. Let's use the bonus circle template. Slide the template around the hopping foot. Use the line on the template for positioning. Stitch around the circle using the three-way pressure. Making sure you press down and press the hopping foot against the template. Additional circle and arc templates are available in a variety of sizes. Circle templates can be used for circles or arcs. They are marked in the center and with lines for easy alignment. Place your circle on your fabric. Place your hopping foot against the circle. Bring up your bobbin thread and realign your circle. Use your fingers and press right up against the edge of the ruler. Pull the hopping foot against the ruler. Stitch as far as you can stitch comfortably. Stop with the needle in the down position, readjust your hand, and stitch again. Stop when you feel that you are out of control. Adjust. Make sure that the circle hole in the center is aligned, and continue stitching. As you come close to the first part of your stitching, check to make sure everything is aligned up and stitch up to it. Bring in the smaller ruler. Without tying off the thread, move your hopping foot over to the ruler. Do some tie-off stitches and continue stitching around the circle with your fingers up close to the edge. Stop. Adjust your hand and continue stitching. Again, stop. Adjust your hand, lining up the circle with the mark in the center. Continue stitching, pulling the hopping foot up against the ruler. Bring in another circle, align it to the center, and stitch out the next circle. The ruler base plus a variety of rulers are available from Handi Quilter or your local authorized Handi Quilter representative. Enjoy adding some new options to your quilting with rulers.